Hi, it's Marianne, the Frugal Chef. Let's make a Chipotle salsa. Very easy, super spicy. You know, one of those salsas that'll make sweat start dripping down your eyebrows. Let's make this. For the salsa, we're going to heat a non-stick skillet really well before we start doing anything. So get that going. Now that this is hot, we're going to add 4 Roma tomatoes that are, medium size. Just going to add these here. All I did was cut off the tip here. I have half a large white onion and I have 3 garlic cloves. So I'm going to be flipping these with tongs until they're nice and brown. It's going to take about, 8-10 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll put these in the blender. So I'll see you in a little while. So check it out. That's what we want. We want to brown the onion, the garlic, the tomatoes are browned on the sides. This took about 8 minutes. It's on a dry pan at high heat. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of this into my blender, and I'm going to put a tablespoon of chipotle peppers in there. These are the ones that are in adobo, and you buy at the Hispanic aisle in the supermarket, or obviously in Latin American supermarkets. They are smoked jalapeños that are in a tomato sauce. So let me come back. What I'm going to do is, as I said, put all of this, a tablespoon of chipotle, I'll blend it, and I'll come back and we'll finish our salsa. So I blended this. You know, when you're blending hot foods, you got to watch out, okay? Be careful that it doesn't splatter all over the place. You don't want to hurt yourself. But now I'm just going to return it to our skillet. I'm going to season it with salt. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. I want the sauce to thicken. As I said in the introduction, this is a really spicy salsa. You could put less chipotle in it, of course. You put half of that if you want. You don't need to make it this hot, but if you're into spicy stuff, okay, well, here you go, my friends. So let's, as I said, cook this for about 15-20 minutes, and I'll come back. Okay, we've simmered this for about I'm going to say 20 minutes. I've been stirring it so it doesn't start splashing out of the pan. That's all I wanted. I wanted it to thicken a bit. It's ready. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to cool this down completely, and then we'll finish it for sure. I added a little more salt because I tasted it, and I thought for our taste it needed more. You of course season it to taste. Our salsa cooled down completely, and I just added, I'm going to say 2 heaping tablespoons of chopped cilantro. I'm just going to mix that, and now we'll put it on a nice plate as dip, surrounded by some chips. Yum, yum, yum. And here's our platter with tortilla chips and our chipotle salsa. Bon appetit, my friends, from thefrugalchef.com. Come and see us. We have all kinds of recipes that are not in video form. Eat well without going broke. I will see you guys soon.